Hi, I'm Steve with lotsofpeoples.com, and actually been wanting to do these videos for a while. Hopefully it works out. I've had a couple takes here, and hopefully this one goes through. But been wanting to maybe hook up our newsletter with a little informative video that you might be able to click on for a few minutes, a couple times a week, to kind of share with you some of the different things that we're working on. What I want to highlight today, first of all, I hope you all have a safe holiday weekend here on the eve of Thanksgiving. But I wanted to go over our module that we built, kind of the investment module. Actually, the one I created is called Lots of Opportunities, and you can actually create one similar to this, but kind of want to go over the numbers. You can follow along with this on, hopefully you can see this screen, but it's probably going to be a little foggy, and I need to learn how to videotape the screen a little bit better, but you can follow along with this analysis on the email that comes along with this. But basically, I wanted to show a transaction that we closed last Friday, and how the software we've developed can help you do a pretty decent investment analysis using the three approaches to analyzing property, which is the cost approach, the investment approach, and the comparable analysis approach, which is most people call comps, which is what most folks use. But it's good to know how all three of them work and what kind of figures you'd come up on all three. But this property was bought on the east side. It was originally listed for $34,000, which I thought it would be gobbled up at that. Went down to $27,900. A friend of mine picked it up for $25,500. Nice house, bank owned. The bank looks like they had even rehabbed it. Had a new kitchen, painting, everything. Carpet. Really doesn't need very much. And we bought it for $25,500. I'm going to go over this. The acquisition, $25,500. There's an acquisition fee. Refurbishing costs between $1,500 and $3,000. What we like to do is show a basic rehab, just kind of doing minimal work, and then what would be the high end if you put like new carpet and maybe put more updated countertops and things. But this house really hardly needs anything. I doubt if we even use $1,500 on it. We pretty much need barring any surprises, a garage door and a toilet that had cracked. That's about it. But $1,500. Miscellaneous costs would be holding costs, maybe on taxes and short-term insurance, which can be expensive on a vacant house. So roughly have about $29,000 in the property. To go over how this works, to do the analysis, the land value, we actually get this off the auditor's site, and I'll share with you here in a second why this is important. But the auditor has it at $18,100. Rental amount is actually after taxes and insurance. We figure we'll land contract this thing out or lease option it out, close to $400 a month. Taxes are about $90 a month. Insurance should be about $1,520. So you're looking at $370 is what you would be netting. $490 is about what you would be charging the resident, which is quite affordable, and especially in today's rough economy. Basic $370, and we put a cap rate at 10%. If you were to want $370 a month income, you would have to put $44,400 in the bank to get that income, and that's what's called the income approach to appraising. So the $44,000 minus the $29,000 you'd have in it. At the time person pays you off, you'd make roughly $15,000. The cost approach is what it would cost to recreate this property, and then you also factor in depreciation. Most people figure $60 to up to $120 plus dollars a square foot to build a property, plus your land. This house has 1,154 square feet, and we figure $65 a square foot, which is quite conservative at that, and adding back in the land. To rebuild this property after depreciation would be roughly $87,000. Your net equity after 29 profit would be about $58,000. Now we get into the more difficult one, which is the comparative analysis approach, and these things can be all over the board. So we use a couple different things. Go to the auditor's site, which I believe is always high, at least in our county. Auditor has the value at $64,900. Zillow, which is a real neat appraisal online site you might want to check out, they value this property at $78,500. So you're looking at $35,000 to $45,000 equity at time of sale. But the most important thing is what you, as a investor or manager or realtor, really thinks would be a fair price to move the property. And our opinion is about $59,000, which is lower than every other analysis. And then the sales price would be, once a person pays you off, you might have some money in closing costs, $54,000. So you'd roughly have, $25,000 to $30,000 of profit if everything goes well, which, as we all know, it's not always the case. But what's neat about it is with your running rate at $370, your cap rate's about over 15%, running rate and about 50%, or I'm sorry, you almost double your money at the time of resale. So it's a really good, I think a neat opportunity. There's a bunch of these out there. We're tying this in with the first-time home buyer tax credit, which is available, and you can use creative financing with that. So we're going to probably get about $6,000 down, 10% of the $59,000 down the road here once we audit or amend the tax return for our resident. So we're really going to end up, instead of 29 in it, about 23 in it, which takes this thing through the ceiling. So just wanted to share with you how this stuff works, and hopefully it's helpful. And check it out, try it on your own, and give us a call if you need any help, 866-607-5699. So don't be a turkey and start gobbling these up. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Oh, that's bad. Have a great weekend. Bye.